now take from you your power. In the name of my father and his father before, I Odin All-Father, cast you out!
Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
Hey guys, so Leonard here, back again with another review, and today I'll be taking a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Infinity Saga Odin from, I guess, the first two Thor movies, right? This is Odin as he appears in his Asgardian armor. He has worn some casual clothing as well throughout the live-action Marvel Universe, but this is, of course, his more regal appearance, and probably the one that most people would want anyways. Not that there really was a fan demand for this character. As far as a figure goes, I'm sure there are plenty other characters that people wanted more, but this is one of the ones we got, and I'm pretty happy with it. There is a couple QC things going on with this guy, at least for me anyways, regarding the legs, but we'll get into that. But as far as his accessories go, he comes with an alternate set of hands. Basically an inverse for both sides. He's got a grip hand for the left arm and a fist hand for the right. And both the weapon holding hands, or the spear holding hands, have up and down hinges, while the other ones have the in and out. So that's good. Got the appropriate hinges there. And then he also comes with this alternate head, which might as well be the same dang thing as the other head, but I guess the hair is a little different. I don't know, you can't put the helmet on this one, and I think it gets less range, so maybe I'll put this on him for the end, but for now I'll just leave it off. And other than that, he does come with his spear or staff. I don't remember the name of this thing. I am a huge mythology buff, but Norse mythology, I just could not remember the names of anything because it was always Bjorgen, Schmjorgen, Njor, or whatever. But he comes with this spear, staff, weapon, and then he also comes with his magic helmet, spear and magic helmet. Kill the weapon! Looney Tunes reference for those of you who like classic cartoons. Very rubbery helmet, but it does fit on him nice and snug. And don't worry about the horns. They will maintain their shape. They're pretty stiff. That's what she said. You know, I wonder, do I have... No, it's a little small. If you wanted to, you could probably fudge this on a 2.0 Mythic Legion skull if you wanted to. But, taking a look-see at Odin here, it looks like him, you know, it's a good representation of this character from the movies, if you're into that. Personally, I'd like a better comic one, but this'll do. I think he's a bit short, though. I think he needs to be a little bit taller, but we'll look at some size comparisons in a moment. But as far as articulation goes, his head will rotate side to side. He can look up and down a little bit. Oh, he does appear to have it. Woo! A head that flies right the heck off. Sorry about that. But he's got a double ball peg. I thought he had a disc hinge. And it looks like he's got a little bit of wiggle in the neck, too. But putting this head back on shouldn't be too hard, considering how easy it came off. There you go. But yeah, he's got plenty of range in the head, I think. Got some tilt, too. The hair is soft enough to move out of the way, but it is... very kind of condensed, so be wary about that. His shoulders will go forward and back. His shoulder pads are kind of that ring that goes around the peg that the shoulder uses to peg into the torso there, so, you know, be careful with that. You don't want to tear it or anything, but it feels okay. Bicep swivel works fine. Double joint at the elbow works fine. Already went over the wrists. Waist, pretty good on this guy, much like the Doctor Doom figures we've been getting. It's got this kind of clicky joint. It doesn't really crunch, but Odin's not really known for that. His hips kick out to the side, back down, forward, and back. He's got a thigh cut, but I will say, out of package, these were really, really gummy. This one still kind of is. You can see it moves, but you can see just how gummy that is. That's not cool. I might try and loosen that, but I don't know. That's a lot worse than Beastman's was, let me tell you what. It just doesn't feel that great compared to a lot of other figures like the there he is. The PulseCon Venom thigh cut. That's a good thigh cut. Was this the last Legend I took a look at? I want to say it was. But yeah, not too crazy about the thigh cuts on this guy. They're very gummy. They're very chintzy, kind of. So that's no bueno. He's got a double joint at the knee. That's really tight, but it does work. There you go. And then he has a swivel at the ankle with the hinge and the rocker, and he's got the peg holes at the bottom of his feet. So, not bad, but not great. Kind of average. The quality and the size are really what's killing this figure for me. I thought he was going to be a little bigger, which he's bigger than a standard figure, but he's not. Like, I thought he was going to be the size of the Build-A-Figure we got, which is crap, in my opinion. I did not care for that baff at all. I have it as the Thor with the eye patch, actually, because I do not care for the Odin parts. The Diamond Select Destroyer with the Odin head, that's kind of the best comic Odin we have at the moment, unfortunately. And it's not really Odin, it's Destroyer, so, you know, take that for what you will. But with that being said, let's get him standing up taller here. A side note, I did actually get this guy on clearance at Target for like $8, courtesy of the local friend who shall not be named for privacy reasons. It's nice enough to snag me one when they were super duper cheap, which is weird because we just got them too. This guy didn't show up during the summer. He showed up during like late October. He was on clearance for $8, so kind of weird, but I'm not complaining, especially with the crappy QC on them thigh cuts, let me tell you what. But with that being said, let's take a look at some comparisons. First up, here is Odin next to a couple of comic-based Marvel Legends figures. I'm only going to do some comic comparisons because I'm kind of done and over the MCU stuff. I know this is an MCU figure, but I intended to put it with my comic stuff. I'll probably just have him with my MCU Thor stuff, because at least that stuff, as far as the MCU goes, isn't complete crap. So, yeah, unlike some other things. Eternals! But with that being said, we have Ultron from the Ursa Major Wave and the PulseCon exclusive Venom based off the Spider-Man animated series. And to be honest, I would have preferred if this guy was Venom's height. He's actually shorter than Ultron, it appears. So he is very, very small. Not exactly my mind's eye view of Odin. I always picture him, again, to be like as tall as Venom here. We're getting him out of here. Here he is next to what I guess is going to be the standard female figure going forward. As far as a base body goes, I can't speak for that Nova figure that comes with Galactus, because I didn't buy that thing because I thought it was overpriced. There's Shriek from the Armadillo Wave, and she's shorter than Odin, but again, she's a female figure, and I don't exactly know a lot about that character, so I don't know if that's accurate or not, compared to Ultron anyways. But yeah, I think he scales kind of poorly with the comic stuff, but again, he'll look good with the rest of my MCU Thor stuff. I got no problem with that. And last, but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the MK11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everybody. So with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. overall, and while I don't hate or despise this figure entirely, there are a couple of things keeping me from liking it as much as I wanted to, particularly the quality control going on in the thigh cuts and the overall size of this guy. Yeah, I know he's meant to fit with the MCU stuff, and it's probably pretty close to the actor's actual height compared to the other figures in that line, but I bought this to go with my comic stuff, and either somebody needs to make a good comic version of Odin, because the Build-A-Figure is crap, and the Marvel Select Destroyer, yeah, it comes with a really awesome Odin head, but it's Destroyer. It's not Odin. So, with that in mind, can we please get a decent comic Odin at some point? That's all I want. I'll be happy with that. But, if you are okay with this guy being a little bit shorter than most of your comic legends, particularly Ultron-sized characters, then by all means pick this guy up if you find him for a decent price. But if not, that doesn't work for you, then this is an easy pass. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you are so inclined, please hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one, because we gotta show that algorithm who's boss, right? If you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is, especially when we don't have enough good as Guardians in the Marvel Legends line. Comic stuff, I'm talking here. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.